Hi everybody, well today's video is all about decorating this art journal. I'm going to be decorating the back of it, and it's filled with hessian, and there's canvas, there's corrugated card, craft card, hessian, watercolour paper, handmade paper. So I'm going to be decorating this. And you can get this from the Indigo Blue website. So I'm going to turn you to overhead and we'll make a start. Okay, so to decorate first, what I'm going to do is, this is a piece of rice paper from Indigo Blue, and it's one I've used for mopping up. And I've got a bit of stenciling on there, a bit of stamping, all different colours. There's luscious powders and some of the paints and everything. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to cut that in half. So I'll do the back and the front. So this will do the back and the front, but I'm not going to I want to take the edges, so that I'm going to use that for the front piece, but I'm going to wet it and tear it so it doesn't completely cover it, because I still want to see some of the hessian. So I've got them, and I've stamped all these images from the Art Studio stamp set, again from Indigo Blue, and Art Gives You Wings, and I've stamped and embossed them, and I'm going to paint all these with Luscious. And the sentiment I'm going for is an Oscar Wilde one, and it says, you can't use up creativity, the more you use, the more you have. And I've got all these, and what I'm going to do is, I'm going to actually, that's going to go in the middle, and I've stamped it again, but I'm going to cut out the wings and have the wings kind of give it a dimension. This is going to go on the back, on the spine, I mean, the paintbrush. And then on the back, I'll just add I'm going to add tissue paper, the rice paper, I beg your pardon. I might do a bit of stenciling, and I'll add a couple of things to it. So let's make a start, shall we? Okay, so I'm going to be using Indigo Blue's Gesso Good, and I'm going to stipple it onto my page, onto the cover of the. I don't want a perfect covering, if you understand what I'm saying. I just want to, you know, I still want to keep the hessian colour, so I'm just while I do this, I'm going to play some music, and I hope you enjoy. First, the front of my journal done, so I'm going to go away and come back when it's all done. Okay, so the back and the front and the side are all painted now. So what I'm going to do next is, I'm going to be using the translucent paints and stipple on different colours. So I'm going with Midnight, Stroke of Midnight, Teal for Two. This is a metallic Aladdin, purple of course, and I've got Indigo Blue. So those three are translucent, that is a metallic paint. and I'm going to stipple through different colours. I just need to get a couple more stipple brushes, which I know I've got somewhere. Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So I've got 4 stipple brushes, so I can stipple, have them using the different colours, because I don't want it all one colour. I want to, these are my kind of colours. So let's just give them a quick shake and take the lids off. And it's another warm one here in the UK. I'm supposed to be getting thunderstorms tonight, so we'll see. Don't mix them up, Linda. I'm going to save the metallic till the end. Right, okay, so let's save that for metallic. So I'm just going to use the lids and just again just stipple around. That's that one. Let's just pop them there for now. And the reason I put the gesso one is to help with the colours. I love this indigo blue. Isn't that a fab colour? It just sits better, and it shows the colour better as well, because when I've gone straight on the hessian, if you can see there, it's not quite as prominent as this one. And I know I'm going to be covering it with rice paper, but the way the when the rice paper sits on it, it will come through. I'm hoping, if what I think is right. So, whoops. Going for a wheelie. So I'm just going to continue doing this, and I'll play some music for you. So there we are, that's that side done. So I'll come back when the rest of it's done. Okay, so the back and the front and the side's done. So this is going to go on here. So I'm just going to pop that to one side, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some water, and I'm going to go round the edge of this page because it's too square for me. I'm just going to start and tear it. There we go. So that's that done. So we'll do the next one. This is going to go on the back. And I want the fibres, you see. If I just lift it up, you'll be able to see the fibres. Can you see the fibres? So that's why I'm doing it. I can't wait to see what it looks like, because I'm hoping the texture of the Hessian will actually come through it. And there we go. So let's see if it'll fit on. See, that'll go on the back. Just need a bit more off there. So that's for the back, and this is for the front. And what I'm going to use is, I'm going to use Slap It On. Let's see if it'll come out. I think it's blocked, so get my faithful, there we go. Just pop it on the book, on the cover. I'm going to put a little bit on the back of this as well. Let's put it on. See what it looks like. There we go. And I'm just going to make sure I get the edges so they stick down. I'm just going to kind of stipple it in so it soaks, and you can actually see the texture of the Hessian coming through, which is brilliant, which I'm really pleased about, which is what I wanted. Let's just put a bit more Slap It On here. And I like the creases as well. I've got some creases, but you can really see the Hessian texture through, which is excellent, just what I wanted. So if I lift it up, I'm not sure if you can see it. If I lift it right up, you can just see the Hessian through it. Yeah. I like it when a plan comes together. So we're going to give that a quick blast and then move on to the side, onto the back. Right, that's dry, so let's do the same process this side, she says. Whoops, that was a lot, wasn't it? So there we go, that's the back and that's the front. So let's move on to the good bits. So first thing I want to do is just wipe this over. So now we're going to get some colouring done, and the first thing I want to do is they're going to have a colour wash, so I'm going to use my Luscious powders, and I'm going to use some of that, my water. So I thought I'd use what we got here. Yeah, bronze, that's exactly what I wanted. And what I'm going to do is colour the paintbrush and the pencil. There we go. And I need to colour this paintbrush as well, because this will be cut out and decoupaged kind of, you know, over these ones. There we go. And I'm going to use, I think I've got a teal. No, that's not, that's green. That's Mermaid's Tail. Oh, I might use Mermaid's Tail, unless I've got a teal. Oh yeah, I've got a teal, and I want a purple, and I've got Crushed Velvet. So they're the colours I'm going to paint the wings. I'm doing both wings the same, because even though I'm not layering the not gluing. Which one is that? It's that one. And the nice thing about the Luscious powder, if you know, leave it in my palette and I can reactivate it with water. So so let's get these leaves painted, and I'm using a number 5 brush, which is very fine. So let's get this done. Right, so less of me waffling. So that's that done. So what I'm going to do is, you don't want to sit and watch me colour all of these now, do you? So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go away, colour all these in, and then come back when I'm going to do the colour wash. So I'll see you in 2 minutes. So I've got the Midnight Blue already. I'm adding, because it's so dark, I'm adding more water to make it really as pale as I can. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a colour wash around the image, and then I'm going to use my sponge to give it some definition. There we are. So I can cut around that now, and the pen. So the only things I need to do is this one. I've already done my sentiment just to show you. And I just want to do this now. So we'll do this. I'm going to add a bit more water, and then I'm just going to I don't know whether to sponge it. I'll just go around the feathers. Let's have a look. No, I think I'll have to use the brush and then do a bit, and it gives kind of, I'm not sure if you can see, just gives it something so it's not flat, which is what I want. I don't want it flat. I'm trying to be as quick as I can. It's so warm here that it's drying really, really quick. Whoops. I'm that warm, I've got a glass of water. Been drinking water like it's out of fashion today. But that's no bad thing. Good for you. Clears the system. So my mother says. So I'll just quickly get this done, and then I think it's going to be time for me to cut everything out, make sure it's all how I want it. Obviously I'll make a start of cutting everything out, but last thing you want to do is sit and watch me cut out. I don't want to interfere with my what do you call it, the luscious painting. I don't want to interfere with that, so I'm being very, very careful around this side, using the flat of the brush. There we go. So that's that one done. And I think I'm going to add a bit more texture around with my sponge. There we go. There we go, that's that done. So I've just got to cut all them out now, and first thing I want to do though is I've got this splat, this is an indigo blue stencil, and I've got these drips, so I'm going to get my sponge and sponge through. Doesn't matter that they're not perfect, so I don't want perfect on here, and they don't really show up very well, but hey, it's another layer. There we go. That's better. Do a couple up here. So I'll leave that to dry. And while that's drying, I'm going to round them out the way. I can go in there. I can go in there. Just going to move them out the way. And I'm going to start cutting these out. And as I said before, I won't make you sit through this, so I'll be back. Okie dokie, so now we're on the home stretch, and everything's all cut out, and I've, you know me on my white bits, I've got rid of all the white bits on everything, so it's just a case now of gluing everything to my cover. Yes. So I'm going to use some Slap It On, and there we go, and start adding everything to the cover, and I'm painting it on with a paintbrush. After my last session, I gave my desk this a really good scrubbing. I'm going to have to do it again, I think. I just want to see how that sits on there. Just turn it over and press it. Some are sticking and some aren't. So I think on my others I'm going to use something totally different. On my other pieces, I think. I think it's soaking in. There we go. So let's just see. Make sure there's loads on it. I think it's just a case of making sure I've got plenty on it. So that goes down there. Let me just get a paper towel. There we go. That's better. Just make sure that I need to make sure I've got loads on it and not that sticky bit. Don't know where that's come from. That noise you can hear in the background is somebody trimming their garden. It's been at it for the last 2 hours. go. And I'm going to use Inspire. Because I hope what I do on my videos does inspire you to have a go. And that. There we go. And we'll have a little couple of paintbrushes up here, I think. I think we'll have just a couple of paintbrushes. Wait for that to dry. So, my crafty friends, that is today's project complete. Woohoo! I'm absolutely thrilled to bits. I love the texture that's come through the tissue paper. Everything's worked out, the colours, everything is how I envisaged it to be, and I'm over the moon. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please, if you have, thumbs up, like, share with your friends, and until next time, happy crafting. Bye bye.